Welcome to JavaScript Girl in a .NET World. My name is Alyssa Nichol, and I'm so excited to be with you here today. All right, so last stream really, we were learning basics in C#. It went okay. We were talking about access modifiers, learning about the different things, like differences between private and protected and overrides and when you need to use what. It was a lot of basics. I started watching a video today from James Montemagno. Forgive me if I said his last name incorrectly, but he was talking about MVVM. And so I want to talk a little bit about that today and maybe put into practice some model view business with some data binding. I thought it could be fun. And let's open up Visual Studio. Okay, so preview. I think I'm going to do preview ? I updated my OS last night, and I'm wondering if that's going to, I don't know, affect anything in the .NET world. Hopefully not. We're getting the beach ball right out the gate. I don't know if that's so musical today. You need to get Writer. What is Writer? What is this? Is this like instead of Visual Studio? Are you, sir, suggesting someone use anything other than a Visual Studio? Okay, let's see. I want to create a new project for us to practice the MVV basics. Okay, this is the tricksy part. Can I make this font bigger? No, you cannot. There's like not a scroll zoomy. Oh no, that didn't work. Okay. Writer is fighting hard these days. JetBrains Writer, better IDE for Mac for .NET. Shut up. In a heartbeat. I'll try anything. I mean, not anything. Let's not get crazy. I will try any IDE. Oh, there we go. Writer IDE. Ooh, what's this about? What's Google celebrating today? The deepest photo of the universe ever taken. Yeah, we're gonna get sidetracked on that one. Oh God, I love these. Oh, it's so like these tells they're so beautiful. Oh my God, it's the future. Okay, that's as deep as I'll go. JWT shots are amazing. Okay, Writer ID. What am I looking for? Oh, right. I wonder how much it costs. Did I pay for Visual Studio Preview? Did those dollars come out of my pocket? Look how cute this is. Oh my God, so cute. Oh my God, look at this cookies. Hang on. Full screening it, and then I'm gonna like try to make their cookies pop up. Look at that pop up. Oh my God, it's so cute. I'm gonna die. I'm moving this over so I can see your beautiful comments, but yes. I'm sorry this like if I could make every website look like this, I would, like with the ASCII stuff and like the old, and look at this little root down here. Oh my God. Okay, so here's what we do when we find things like this that we love. We bookmark it. Well, the craptastic thing about bookmarking is that they could change their website and then it, will no longer be inspiration. But I'm putting it in inspiration. And then I'm going to say, adorbs. Cookie notification. Oh my God. Yes, I love that. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put this a screenshot on my desktop too, so I can maybe we should make our app themed like this. That would make me so happy. Okay, so yes, I will obviously agree to anything you want me to agree to. That's not a problem. But I don't know part of, that was choose your writer. I mean, this sounds really interesting. I've always wanted to learn ASP.NET. I don't want to choose one. Do I have to choose one? Oh no, now I'm confused. And why is this the only one that's got a hover state? Oh. Okay, confused. Oh, it supports all of these. Thanks. Cool. Downloading it for free. Moving on with my life. Select an installer for Intel or Apple. What? Yes, please. Oh, it's doing it. Oh, this is sick. Okay, that's downloading. We're going to go ahead and look over here at the options. Blue download button. Shut up, both of you. You're obviously so much better at reading than I am. Okay. Oh, it's been a morning. How's your day? I want to hear how your day has been. Both Aztec and Napalm. Anybody who's watched, has it been good? Please tell me it's been good and like peaceful, relaxing, like just Zen moments. That's really what I'm hoping you say. Okay, so I want to practice data binding and some NVVM stuff with a C# app. I've always wanted to look into ASP.NET. I don't know if today's that day. Maybe Xamarin, maybe a Xamarin app. But then also I was super curious, like, how does this look in Maui? Can I do all of this stuff? Because let me show you what he was teaching, his teachings, his wisdoms. Oh God, efforts. Okay, don't touch my desktop. It's not touching you. I'm going to just go ahead and like move all of this into a new folder. You ever do that with like, in real life or virtually? Be like, I just don't have time to look at your face. So go away. And then it just goes away. Usually it just goes away. Okay. Clean up by, I started playing Arc again recently. 10 out of 10. Love Arc. We have a private server. And maybe if you're good enough friends with me, you can get an invite. AKA if I trust you enough to not, come and murder me in my sleep, because rude. Here is, yes. So this was his video, James. I actually meant to look up a video from Gerald, but then I found this one and I was like, yes, I'm too tired to effort. So I watched it and it was brilliant. It was great. But he was talking about this architecture model of model view model, and how you have your view to display information. You have your view model, which is effectively the code behind, at least he said I could think of it that way, which makes a lot of sense, especially how far into the .NET world I am. I'm like, yes, this makes perfect sense. And he said that data can go back and forth between the view and the view model. And I'm like, yes, I'm with you. Two-way data binding. That's fantastic. This makes perfect sense from an Angular perspective. I'm with you. I'm on board. He said, however, from a view, the only thing that can be sent up from the view to the view model is it's all of these events. Like, it's very event driven. And so I took a screenshot of, what else is it? Great. Getting relaxed. Yay. VR kayaking came out today. Shut up. You have no idea. I was in Austin and I was like begging my friends to come kayaking with me, and they wouldn't. They're like, no, we just like aren't into that. We only have jeans, blah, blah, very random excuses that didn't make enough sense. But yes, virtual. You have to let me know how that is, Aztec. I'm checked out as I leave for the Caribbean this week. Yes. These are the vibes I needed. It was a hard morning of doctor appointments for the baby and pharmacy visits and stress and MVVMing right before streaming. So I was just like, yeah, these are some mellow vibes that I can adopt and love. Oh, right. I was showing you this one, I think. So this is the data binding that he was talking about in XAML. And like, you have like the label and it's just binding. But then on entry, that's like the two-way, which is like, yes, like this makes so much sense to me. The events, however, he did a really cool job. He like zoomed in on this part and he was like, this is the really juicy bit. And I'm like, yeah, that is the juicy bit. Like, let's be honest. I can ignore the model for now. I know that's horrible, but I don't really know what to do with the model, and everything between the view and the view model makes sense to me. I'm like, yes, I guess, like, I know in the first one, he talked about how it was for business logic and data objects, but that kind of seems, I'm excited to get more into this because business logic seems like it could go in the code behind in your view model. So I'm very curious on like where that line is. But anywho, I wanted to show you I notify property change. So views will send up events to the view model. And I guess like pages have this I notify property change like built into them. And that is essentially what's going to allow us to do some of this. No, I don't know how magical it is, but data binding. Let me show you now. Yeah, essentially it's this one where we are setting the binding here. But I wanted to give this a whirl. I don't know if I'm in over my head or if we're even going to be able to get a label and input to work, but that's really the goal. Sorry, I have your comment still showing. I'm going to put my little learnings folder where we can access it more easily. I do have downloaded the writers. That was all proper. Woo! JetBrains. Okay, drag and drop. Did I do it? Did it work? I have no feedback. There it goes. Okay. Sometimes the world is like, be more patient, Alyssa. And I'm like, who? Okay. Let me look at my options. This is what I wanted to do. I don't know. I was expecting to see like a Xamarin option or basic option. I could always just do a Maui one and see if it works. Is writer, I hear my fans going, is writer happy yet? Learnings go over here. Can't really see it here. Too small. Oh, pickles on a stick. How do I biggerify it? I know there's a way. Haha, I found it. Can I make that? Oh, it doesn't exist in that view. Well, Dickens. Also, we weren't looking at downloads. What were we looking at? Oh, you were looking at this. I don't know how to make it bigger. It says multi-platform app or library, iOS app or library, Android, cloud, Mac. So I think any of these could potentially work. Other, you have a .NET option for a Telerik .NET Maui blank app. Maybe. I mean, Telerik .NET Maui is just the UI, but I think maybe I'm going to go with a multi-platform app. Ooh, Xamarin Forms. I wonder if that's what I need. I think I'm going to try that one. Blank flyout. Ooh, tabbed. Definitely going with tabs. Okay. And then my app name. MVVM. Dash is allowed here. I never know. So we're just going to leave it like that. Android, iOS. Yeah, we want to target all of them. Why wouldn't we? Hi, Pog. Hi, Scott. Hello. Okay. Projects. It always wants to put them in projects. And I'm always like, hey, I think we got rated. Hey, Duca. Hi, One Lion. Good to see you all. Welcome to JavaScript Girl in a .NET world. My name is Alyssa Nykel, and today we are attempting to understand a little bit more about MVVM in .NET. I'm going to play around a little bit, use some of James Montemagno's learnings. Hey, everybody. Where were you at? What stream were you all on? Oh, that's a lovely noise. Okay. Oh, did you? Yeah. So One Lion said he saw his stream or his video earlier. I was watching this video on Model View, ViewModel, and we were just talking about the differences between the view and the ViewModel. And if I go forward a little bit in time, how both data and events can be shared between them, and you can get data binding out of it. I would love to get like I have very low. You were on One Lion stream. Nice. About future of .NET Maui. The future of it? Not so much. I love .NET Maui. I was kind of debating if I should use, because I'm learning the basics of .NET, and hence the fun show title. So I'm trying to figure out what type of app I should use to really, I want to today see just some sharings between the view and the view model. And I mean, it would be awesome if we even got to the model part of it. But that part seems super daunting. I am new to .NET. It is fun. I come at things from like an Angular side of logic. So whenever James was talking about this part of it, with data being shared between the view and the view model is like your code behind file, essentially. I'm like, yes, this all makes perfect sense. And then I showed it earlier, but this is the iNotify property changed is like how we're going to make that binding that happen and how we're going to make other things happen, because you essentially can send up events from your view. So I really want to get started with that. I was looking at this. I think I'm trying maybe a Xamarin Forms app. I don't know. Some people are like, Xamarin Forms is dated. And I'm like, Is it? I don't but I do love Maui, and I do want to compare some of the differences between, like, for instance, how your view and your view model talk to each other in like a Xamarin app versus in a Maui app, and if that looks different or if that's exactly the same because it's all CSharp. I don't know. Was that first video the MVVMS video? It was. Let me share it with you. How was your Tuesday so far? Though we were getting some pretty chill chibes. I'm very dyslexic. Very chill vibes from a couple of viewers beforehand. One is going to the Caribbean this week, so they're like already checked out. The other one is going to do some virtual kayaking later, so they're already in the mood. So tell me, even if it isn't so chill, how your Tuesday's been so far. And I'm going to share this video that I found from the Monte Magno. How do you say his name? Monte Magno. In today's, I don't think it's necessary to implement I notify. What? No, I just learned about this and it was going to be really exciting, and now you're breaking my heart. Okay, it's fine. I mean, if something is not the most accurate, I obviously want to know, but also that video, it's so sad. Definitely the pattern I've used the most. Okay, very cool. If you do Xamarin Forms, use Prism. It's the only way. Is Prism a testing framework? I should know this. Someone tell me what Prism is. No, it's good to know about. Code Generator does what you learned, but makes it easier. Okay, cool. I also had a friend on stream who was recommending Writer, so that's why you'll see this download. They said that this IDE from JetBrains is like actually competitive with Visual Studio. Again, new to .NET, so I wouldn't really know what I'm missing either way. So I was going to give that a try today as well. I'm just going to leave. Let's see. I need to actually get the project open. So instead of, it always wants to put it in projects, and I'm like, that's a horrible place to put things. I want it to go into here and into JavaScript, girl, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. Where I put all of my developments. Yes. Use Git for version control. Whoops, probably should have checked that. Action tweeted you the VR kayak. Yes. Thank you, Aztec. Yes. Prism's just an opinionated. Oh no, there's even more things to know about MVVM. I really honestly thought like we had it covered with this slide. Thought we were good. So you're very much opening my eyes to the depth that I have just jumped into. It has all the features. Xamarin Forms missing. Oh, where was the one I was just reading? Oh, Opinionated MV framework for Xamarin Forms. Interesting. I didn't know this was that deep of an architecture pattern that needed a framework. Like that seems like it should just be kind of built into CSharp. Like if we're not using model view model, what are we using? Like what are our options here? I wouldn't start with a third-party library. Okay. I didn't even know that was an option. So news to me. My fans are like, and Visual Studio has arrived. And how to do it natively when you understand things. Oh, Prism. Okay. Funny. I think there's a Prism for JavaScript too. So that's funny. Okay. So I don't even know why the getting started text isn't showing up. Are we worried? Maybe I should be. Let's run it on the Pixel Pi and see if we can. Because if we can't run the default app, there's dragons. And we should just abandon all hope. I see a phone. Excellent. It says Android. We're on the right track. So anyways, I wanted to let me show you my end goal for this stream today. I really want to get to the point. James had this example with like a button clicking and it was all fine and good. But what I really wanted was the juiciness that he showed before. I want to have an entry, which I assume is like a input, and a label, and they like update based on what you type. I know it's super basic, but I would love to see that in action and also really kind of understand how events are bubbled up. That would be sick. Lurk in the shadows. Lurk into the shadows. The concept is still the same. Prism just gives you things like navigation abstraction, which Xamarin Forms doesn't do, and you have to do it yourself. XAML looks so frustrating. I know. I think was it Ed or was it Fritz? Somebody recently was like, because they felt the need to go and reinvent HTML. And I was like, whoa, somebody feels spicy about XAML. Hey, Ed. We are talking about MVVM today. And I'm wondering, like, it seems to be very heavily linked to Xamarin apps. But I'm wondering, like, is it a pattern in Blazor? Is it a pattern in Maui? Is it a pattern in blah, 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 blah? Like, I assume it's everywhere, right? XAML is a cluster. Is it really? Oh, just give me HTML and Sass. Okay, yes. Obviously, this is definitely because, like, I come from a JavaScript world, so, like, that's what I'm comfortable with. But it's kind of exciting and fun, you know? Like, hey, look, they have a thing called an entry. That's new and exciting, right? And you gotta see the fun part of it in order to. You can't just be grumpy that not everything is the same. I have no idea why our app's not running. We should have a phone here, people. I don't know. It says it's successful. Good God. Mouth today. Weird. And I don't have the getting started text either. I'm wondering if I shouldn't be on preview. Or if I should just abandon all hope and give Writer a try. Yeah, I'm very concerned. Maybe we try it on an iOS device since I'm making life difficult and making it be an Android on my Mac. I will let you know if the stop button ever actually works. Oh God. Okay, this is when I reach for force quit because I just am so impatient. Although it doesn't say it's not. XAML is just HTML with extra steps. It's not an input? Wait, what? Let's Google it. I think I'm gonna have to force quit preview, unless there's another way to stop this project that isn't really running, but it's running. XML equals XAML without application. I like that duck icon. Good Lord. I was Googling something. Oh, right. Let's try Writer. Again, I have no qualms. It's going to be in my downloads, but we should probably honestly force quit Visual Studio because I don't know what's happening or why. Okay, thanks. And then can I just double click you? Because I'm pretty sure. Verifying Writer app. I don't want to restart Visual Studio at this time. Thank you, darling. The Mac install UI frustrates me. This frustrates you? I swear you can find like what about this is possibly frustrating to you? What? Like, it looks too good. It makes too much sense. It's too adorable. Writer is an app. Yo, my Lord, it is an app downloaded from the internet. How dare I? I wonder if this is that time in my life where I have to go somewhere and do something. Settings. That one. Extra steps like trying to data bind a selection column in a grid. And for those of you who don't know, I live to trigger Ed. I live for it. You already asked the OS to install. Why physically drag and drop? Well, it has installed. It just wants to know where you want to put it, darling. It's not going to make assumptions that you want it in that folder. Okay. Apple, that's why. Don't blame Apple for their gorgeousness, Napalm. I wanted to open a thing that gave permissions. The permissions thing does drive me crazy, though, although I understand, like, security, etc., etc. Is it actually running it? No. All right, let's do this. Let's do this chicken wing. And I did that view so that we could easily see it, but I cannot grok that view brain-wise. I'm like, what am I looking at? JetBrains. I really thought I did that question mark. Yeah, I did that part and I did that part. Yes. Okay. So now I go to applications and I type in R for writer and I go and see if it's there and I double click it and I say it is there and I am golden and it verifies and then hopefully gives me that pop-up again about permissions and this time I can find it in my security and preferences and then maybe we can close one of these 1,000 pop-ups that we have open right now. Windows user watching someone use the install UI Mac. Did you just send me a GIF in URL form? Did that just happen? I swear if it's a meme that you made up. Oh my God, I'm gonna have to go and click on those, aren't I? Okay. Writer, open. Please actually open. Are you thinking about it? Is this you? I don't know if I've like completely pissed off my computer. Quit the Android simulator that wasn't even working for me. No, he sent you an index to GIFs, then the GIF. This is a very dangerous link. That was funny. That was hilarious. Why the frick won't this Android simulator quit? Go away. All right. It's the day of force quitting. Let's go rename the stream. How many times can Alyssa force quit something? I don't know. I don't know why Writer isn't opening, and it makes me want to scream because it's just an app, and I'm in I don't know. Let me see how bad the fans are. Oh, they're okay. I'd say we're at medium fanning right now. I've heard them at worse. And I am up for an upgrade for my Mac. And I am just waiting very patiently, I might add, for the M2 to drop. Then I'll get it. Then I'll get a new Mac from my work. Okay. I don't know what's going on with Writer. I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on with my computer. So I'm going to close you out. I'm going to close you out because I don't know. And then I'm going to try the good old-fashioned way of typing it in. I'm going to close you. And then let's see about, we could always try Visual Studio without preview. I don't think we can do Maui, but I think we're going to just try a Xamarin app today. So that's fine. Prod issues again, catch you in the VOD. Yeah, bye Aztec. Good luck. My husband was wrestling I think he literally had 5 production issues on Friday, and they were like a couple of them were 911s. And I was like, does stuff usually break this much when you guys ship? Or I was over there in the corner slow breaths because it was just it was an intense day for him. So I feel for you. I hope it goes well. I hope it's an easy fix. Let's do multi-platform app, Xamarin Forms, and I think I wanted to try tabbed. Yes. Oh, I kind of already did this. Let's go ahead and open the one that I made in development. Laughing at Duga's comment. I'm not just randomly laughing at my Finder. That would be weird. Open Sesame. A solution file. I want to see it. Let's see if we can run it. I also haven't updated my Visual Studio preview in 2 weeks, so I'm sure it's behind. Is this normal for everybody else? When you open Visual Studio, do you always get the beach ball and then you stare at things for a bit? Is that normal? I just want to make sure I'm not doing it wrong. All right. Package is successfully restored. Excellent. Can we run it on the Pixel Pi? I know I shouldn't have tested the Android again. I should have definitely. I haven't used VS on Mac. What? Are you on PC or do you use something else like Writer on a Mac? VS is fast for me. No need to stare at beach balls. What the frick is wrong with me? Windows user. Oh, that's what's wrong with me. I don't think most of us use Mac. Oh, yeah. Hey, Moke. What up, Moke? Moke is going to come on stream with you one of these days. Watch. It'll happen. I will make it happen. Windows users. Okay. I do have a Windows. I found it was really, really difficult for me to learn how to use a PC as well as learning .NET. So I just kind of gave up on one half of that equation. And so now you all get to see me struggle bus through .NET on Mac. So that's what's happening here. What am I even looking at? Visual Studio Update? Why? Do I have to do it right now? Is it going to run my simulator? It is running my simulator, but still no app, which makes me wonder if I'm doing something wrong. Sure, reinstall, whatever. Sorry, Microsoft, but it's true. It's okay. But most .NET folks have adopted Writer as the official IDE for Mac. What are we breaking today? Freestyle. Hey, Goofer. Oh, it wants permissions. Dude, I just wanted to try making an entry and a label in a Xamarin Forms app and sharing some crap between my view and my ViewModel, but I can't get past the issues of my IDEs. Installing. Okay, I'm not going to sit and stare at that. So what we're going to do, what's that? Visual Studio Update. That's my Android. Can I quit you? How do I quit you? Is there a power button? Is the power button actually like quittable? Oh God, that's way too much information. Will the X close you? It will. I could have just pressed the X. Okay. Preview. I don't know why preview's open, so I'm going to quit you. And I want, really want Writer to work. Because I keep hearing amazing things about it. Time for a new machine. No, okay. Yes, it is time for a new machine. But I really want an M2. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about. M2 Mac. M2 chip. Chip. Oh God, why is air so big? Did I zoom in? There it goes. That's a normally large air. Tech specs. Is order now actually a thing? Is the M2 chip actually out and I didn't know? Shut up. Okay, I will have to look into this afterwards because I thought it wasn't out yet. When did this drop? Lots is happening. That would be $2,000. Oh God. I've been wanting to quit Android for years, but there's no better option. Okay. Order today delivers August 11th. Shut up. Okay. I'm going to go. This is how Alyssa orders things. I copy it and then I text it to Turtle Guy. And then I say, hey, look, the M2 chip has dropped. Fix it. Okay. So I really don't like being responsible for buying things. Anytime I buy something, it's always the wrong one or the wrong feature, or I didn't read the reviews. Like, it doesn't even have to be an expensive purchase. I always fail hard at purchasing. It's not something I should ever be responsible for. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Writer. I don't know why it won't open. But I mean, I said I wasn't gonna, but maybe I should. Said I wasn't gonna. Fiddler.net, I know it's a thing, and I can't think of that one. Hey, look, it's my old code. Sick. Okay, let's see what's going on. It's a C# app. It's a console project, so I need a new project that's... how do I make it not console? Frick. I thought that was like a go deeper into settings button, not a hide the settings button. I'm going to make the UI a little bit smaller so buttons aren't overlapping. Tidy up. No, I don't care about that. Let's just go. I don't understand. There's got to be a way to make not a console app. Or maybe there's not. Maybe you can only make console apps in this thing. .NET 6. Don't do it. They haven't put in a good laptop yet. Only console and fiddle. Thank you. Thank you, darling. I didn't know. I had no idea. So here's what I'm worried about. I'm worried that I need a restart for some funky reason in order to actually use Writer. So let's give, while Visual Studio is updating, I'm going to try a different desktop and you guys can let me know if you can actually see it. I'm going to give Preview another try, but maybe instead of Xamarin on Android, I can I can be nice to my laptop and be like, okay, let's do an iOS app. We'll see. I just really wanted to work on some data binding stuff today. So I do apologize about, I have no idea why this is happening. Okay. Let's see in our new apps. New? Oh God. I guess I should, you got to step slowly. No one's saying anything. I'm going to move you all over here. Let me know if you don't see yourselves anymore. Because I'm on a new desktop because we're going to leave Visual Studio over there and let's work with Preview. Test 1, 2, 3. You see it, Scott? Do you see it? I assume you do. Okay. Cloud. Let's do a Mac app. What would that look like? Sprite Kit? What the frick? Cocoa? Oh God, I don't even want that. .NET Maui? Sure. Moke is giving me a flat face. Maybe that means you can't see it. I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're gonna say MVVM take 2 and put project in a subfolder. Development, JavaScript girl. Let's do it. Let's get eatable. Create. Cocoa sounds so delicious though. Objective C cringe. It's like the middle of July. I don't think cocoa can sound delicious in the middle of July. It's hot out there. You weirdo. Okay. Let's debug this on my Mac. Yes. Please show me the .NET bot. And then we're going to find out if an entry really is an input because I've been told in the chat that an entry is not an input. And I think it is just an input. I'm melting here in Porto. How hot is it? It's so story time while we wait for this to run. I went to the lake this last weekend to take my 3-year-old to swim with his grandparents. They have a house on the lake and it's very beautiful. And I, of course, went swimming with my Apple Watch and the band was defective. And I knew the band was defective because I'm all the time retrieving it from the bottom of the swimming pool. But does this stop your homegirl here from jumping into the lake about 1 billion times with it on? No, it does not. Where is it now? The bottom of the lake. So I went to check the temperature here and was just staring at freckles. So that was the haha. Hey, is it running? I mean, it kind of looks like it maybe possibly is potentially doing a thing, which is excellent. Wait, I'll need to convert to some weird imperial scale. Just send me it in Celsius and I'll translate. Entry is an input. Thank you, Scott. See? Do you see that? Gotta get your iced mocha. Oh, yeah. So here's the thing. McDonald's, I know. Don't hate me. Don't come at me. Makes an excellent iced coffee. And here's what you do. You pull into the drive-thru because you're not an insane person. You're not going inside. You pull in the drive-thru and you say, I need a large iced coffee, please, with no liquid sugar. That last part is just pivotal. You'll get some cream. You'll get some nice coffee. It won't be too watery. It won't be too bold. It's like, that's all. That's all I've got for you right now. That's the advice. Click me. Excellent. Okay. Entry is an input. See, Scott's with me. 96.8 Fahrenheit. Oh, nice. 96.8. Oh, I wish it was 112. Hang on, let's do this. And that's not the feels like. It was 112 the other day when I went for a ride with my group, and I was like laughing because I was like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? 112 Fahrenheit to Celsius. 44. So that was fun. 96 sounds nice comparatively. Okay. Hot coffee. Our McDonald's coffee literally tastes like watery dirt. Okay. I will admit, you do have to find the good McDonald's, because some McDonald's, like, they don't care about their coffee, and they'll just, like, I think at one point someone gave me iced tea with cream in it, and they tried to pass it off as coffee, and I was like, what is this? So you do have to find a good one. Oh, no, you're on that side of the fence. I'm really sorry for you and your loss. And that is the experience of having a really good coffee beverage, because it can be snowing and I'm making a nice coffee. Okay, so Visual Studio is still having a home time of it. Home time of it? A good time of it. Holy chips. It was disgusting. I don't think it's supposed to get that hot. I don't know. I love the heat though, and I don't feel it like other people do. But that was hard. That was like, I could feel it like like when I breathed in how hot it was outside. But most of the time, like 96, I'll go do a 2-3 hour bike ride in 96, but 112. Okay. What am I looking at? This is Visual Studio for Mac. It wants to open this application. Let's see if it can actually do it. Oh, it's probably like a really bad idea. I'm running Preview and Visual Studio at the same time. What can you say? I just wanted to crash and burn. Let's see if it actually runs PixelPy, because we are proving that we can run here. And then I also want to open, can you like go over there, Android emulator? Thanks. Thank you for your contribution to life. I want to see, I don't want you. I want you. Okay. I want to do a view and a model and a view model. How do I do that? Because there's not like a CLI to like generate these things. Think with your thinker. Because I could just use the existing page here. Seems kind of boring. And then this is its view model. So this is the count that's being updated. How are they updating the count though? Counterbutton.text equals. So that someone earlier in chat said they called it. They said, I'm going to show you the picture. I have that we don't actually need iNotification property changed, which it looks like they are like updating the count without it. Maybe are they passing that? Is that happening? Hang on. No. That makes me sad. So I guess there's a simpler way. Let's try, and I want to do a thing called friends, and I'll type your names into it. Hopefully. So count is holy love of God. It just took over, but it looks like it's running the Android app. That's great. That's good news. That's yeetable right there. That's eatable. Hey, Xamarin, start developing now. I've never seen this before in my life. This splash screen, I've never made a Xamarin app. Oh, that's exciting. Who is she? Oh, it's actually taking me somewhere. Okay, let's go ahead and close the simulator, or is it an emulator? You know, I'm never going to be able to know the difference between the two. Let's go ahead and put you over here. I'm going to hide you over here. And I'm going to close your little runnings because I'm sure that's slowing things up a bit. And then we're going to go back to, and then I'm done with writer for this moment in my life. And we're going to go to this guy and we're going to see what files he has. AppXaml, oat milk, almond milk, etc. Ooh, we're talking coffee still. It's 100 plus outside and I'm still drinking black hot coffee. Nice. All day, every day. Yeah. I've got a couple friends like you, and I could do it, but I'd rather just dump that right over some ice and just drink it cold. Keep in mind that I'm allergic to dairy. It was so funny. My friend, she came over and she's breastfeeding right now, and if she has dairy, it like gives her child like rashes, and so she's trying to avoid dairy. And so she goes, I was going to make her an iced coffee, and I have like an espresso machine and like a frother, and I can like do hot or cold. And so I was like, what do you want me to make you? And she was like, well, do you have something like without milk? And so I like literally pulled out, I think it was like 7 different options of like oat and almonds and like a bunch of different like flavored versions of those and sugar-free versions of those. And it was so funny. It was like, oh, I didn't realize I literally have only non-dairy options for you. So it was very funny. I'm right there with you. I want to see, so AppXaml, can I see you? Can I actually see this file? Okay. And then I want to see the code behind, which is this. Excellent. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So I'm looking at I'm going to call this a Xamarin app. I'm pretty sure that's what this is. This is in my way. How to go away? I don't know what toolbox is. Properties seems important though. We'll leave him up. And then I can make the font bigger. Make this go a little bit over. And okay. So simulator science fiction, emulator reality. Based on what Napalm said. A simulator fake, emulator much closer to real. True. But who the heck knows what was just running? Whenever I had an Android, or no, because I'm running both an Android phone emulator, simulator. And so I'm like, I don't know which one it is. I think people just kind of pick one and go with it and nobody questions them. Application resources, resource dictionary. This looks different than that last app. Let's go and look at that last app side by side. Just real quick, just for funsies. This is more what I'm used to looking at. What is the difference? Is it just like it's just essentially like the starter code that they have in there for you? App shell. Oh, look though, we actually have views and view models. That's different because we don't have, right? We don't have that over here. Hang on. Properties. No. What? Okay. So this is a Xamarin application in dark mode. This is I think I made a Maui app. Is this a Maui app? I don't know. I think it is. What did I make? Shouldn't there be like a JSON file here telling us what we are? Launch settings. Does that clarify anything to anyone? In order to make use of MVM pattern in Maui, you create the folders and files. Oh, and that's why you guys were suggesting something like Prism, because I assume it would be like, do it for me. Although I don't know if you can use Prism in Maui. Is that a thing? Let's Google. Where'd my Googles go? Googles. I'm gonna close that bigger tab. That's cool. Oh my god, that's a thing, you guys. Okay, I know you all don't want me. And look, Dan Siegel said something about tests being broken. Okay. Well, that's cool. You're right. I don't want to jump in. I don't want to jump in to something like that before I understand it fully. But looking at this Xamarin app, that's really cool. We already have our views. So like, let's check out the about page. Is it opening? I don't know if I'm not supposed to double click like that because it's like hella slow. And view models. Oh my God, about view model. That's so funky. So whenever you have these like views and view models, could you potentially like group them together, or like would it be kind of breaking that architecture pattern if you, like, for instance, can you group it by component? Like, so you have your about view and your about view model and your about model, like, and it's all like right there in a folder? Or do you have to break it up into views and view models like this in order for it to count as really being in VVM? You can separate them. Oh, cool. Thanks, God. And yes, Napalm, you do you there. I stopped taking Adderall. So that's just where I'm at right now. I'm going to try Ritalin, but my ADHD is like, it's no joke, man. It is rough. Okay. Where's the, I was just too grumpy sometimes on Adderall. Wow, I cannot get this hover thing to work. And I feel like the people I love should not have to deal with that just so I can focus, right? That seems a little, so we'll see. About view model, publish title about, okay. Are you plugging that title in somewhere? Title equals binding title. Oh my God, it looks exactly like James did. Oh, this is so exciting. Okay, let's make it happen 2 ways. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, entry? Can I just do it? Why isn't it auto-suggesting for me? Is entry not a thing? Mother of God. Okay, here's where Alyssa goes back and gets the screenshot. Not that one. No, this one. I don't know. It hates me. I'm just gonna type it out. I'm gonna type it out and we'll see if maybe it figures it out along the way. Oh wow, you needed the opening. Oh, but that's not how you select it. I don't know how to select it. Entry tab? No. Entry down, enter? No. Entry, click on the thing. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just, finish typing it and it closes it for you. I want you to be like that, maybe? No, I'm not really sure how people do this. Wait, how did they do it? Does anybody, they have an open one right here and they leave it hanging on the thing and then everything's tabbed under on the attribute. That's weird. Okay, let's try it. Think placeholder. Oh, it's capital? Oh, okay. That's totally fine with me. I'm not judging. And then that's how they lined up, right? I think so, yeah. Okay, placeholder, and sorry, chat. Have you covered up by this amazing screenshot? I didn't realize what? Oh, that you could separate them? I mean, I feel like you can do really whatever the heck you want in code. Really, the question was, is it acceptable among the community members? Will I be flogged, etc.? Okay, so I'm going to do placeholder of, they put a variable here, so it just, or maybe his placeholder is just a string of first name. Let's find out. Let's find out what happens. Whoa, weird things are happening to me. I want to put my friends here, and my friends are the people in chat. And then, ooh, know about your health. I meant, oh my God, no, I would never ever take offense to anything in that realm. I don't take offense to most things. I just like to be candid because I feel like a lot of people feel like they can't talk about it. And for a long time, I couldn't talk about it and like hid the fact that I was medicated. And so now that I'm not medicated, I don't know, just want to be open and transparent, and maybe it'll make somebody else comfortable to ask questions and talk about it, because it's how we get better. How Maui runs and works. Oh my God, yes. Let us all read this together. 1, if you target Android when compiling, it runs the file, Android main applications, and runs the native Android code. Oh, hang on. Let me think about this. If you tar Android, it then goes to Maui program in the root folder and starts, ooh, okay. And then it goes to the app XAML, and then it runs a new instance of the app shell. Oh, that's cool. I love that. I'm gonna, a wild Alyssa has appeared. Hey, Thindle, how are you? It's great to see you. Some of us are already in vacation mode, not me. I wish. Scott, I need to actually do something that's super silly. Because I was just gonna, oh, you know what? Actually, I can. Okay, so some of you are like, oh, I really, really hate Apple. Blah, blah, blah. Apple sucks. But look at this really cool new feature that I use all the time. So I'm going to screenshot your words, and I'm going to do it in a way that I can double click on it easily. And then in an image, oops, nope. I'm going to weep, weep, weep. I'm going to show it to you. I didn't want it to be in edit mode. Operation. Don't you know? I'm trying to show off for you. Come on. Why are you being funky with me? Okay. And then you can go and grab the text. How cool is that? And select it and copy it. And so now when I go to my paper document and I'm all like, hey, paper, I'm learning Maui today. You'll see the insaneness and learn. It's probably needs to go into the CSharp. Well, it's really more of a Maui thing. The wisdom that was just dumped upon me. Well, it looks like we don't have one. So we're going to put it under here and subcategorize it for Maui for now. And then we're going to paste the coolness. Isn't that awesome? And let's see. I guess I need it like that, but I'm going to give you credit to my learnings, especially if I like use it in a slide or something. It's really fun to like learn and then teach like 2 steps ahead, you know, because then I feel like, so like as I'm learning, I'm doing a .NET Maui talk and I'm building that. And so if I get any cool tidbits, they usually make their way into the talk. Oh no, it's already 2. Oh no, I have things I must do today. Let us see if I can get something. Never played with Maui, learning together with you. Yay! It's all front end stuff, but you might know more about it than I do. It's funny. I think so many people have different ideas of what front end entails. Oh, because I usually live in, someone was talking about how they just want their HTML and Sass back, and like that's usually where I'm living and breathing, but this is fun. I love it. Okay, I don't know why Finder's open. I have friends. I need to do a binding, and I think it was called two-way, and that, my friends, is why Finder was open. Go up, please. Text equals binding. Okay, so it's the same type of binding as we see above, but we have an additional modifier that says mode equals two-way. Okay, so what we can do is, but what was, it was just text, but that's for the entry. Yeah, okay, sure. Too many quotes. And then I want to do binding, and then I want to do friends. It should yell at me because friends doesn't exist yet. How do I do two-way mode? Like, do I do it right here or do I do it elsewhere? Two-way. Ooh, well, kind of recognized it, so maybe I didn't do it too horribly. Yeah, it's all inside of the squiggles. The brackets. Do I put space around this to like make it breathable? I have no idea. I don't know. Going back over here. I don't really understand. So it must not be used. I assumed here was my assumption. Everyone who does .NET uses MVVM. Period. So you can bind all the properties. Oh, I'm like missing out on a conversation. Never played with Maui. Maui is pure front ends. Well, I generally API input and back. Yeah, that's where you live. I don't know if I can agree with that blanket statement without qualifiers and scoping. You could. You guys are funny. MVC. Oh no, why does God do this to me? Okay, hang on. MVC, MVU, hang on. Writing, wait, yes. Architecture patterns? Texture patterns. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do for next time. Everybody tell me your favorite pattern, MVC, MVU. And next Tuesday, I will get on and I'm gonna have like a little demo prepared, and like I can like look between the different patterns, even if it's just like basic, binding the entry, and that way I can kind of see the difference between them. I think I'm gonna stick into a Xamarin Forms app like this one, unless you all have advice, because I have to pick something. I can't just do it in C#, right? Like I have to have the view part of it, and so I have to pick something. So you all need to help me pick something, or it's going to be Xamarin. MVC, MVU, MVVM. Anything else that I should know about? Because I love that. Is this coding? Encountered MVP once. Is that for real? What does that even? Or hear me out. I create an endpoint that takes some JSON and returns some JSON, and it's your problem now. Is this coding? Hey, Sean. Hey, Scott. You can implement those patterns in a console app. See, I thought about that, and then I thought, how? Because you don't really have a view, right? Like, what is your view? You're hurting my brain. I guess your view is whatever the heck is showing up in the console, but it still seems harder to understand it that way, but maybe not. Model view presenter. I don't even know what that means. Sounds like you're just making up another word for view. Console is your view. Yeah. Backend patterns, generic repository pattern. Oh. Model view controller. Hang on, I'm putting you guys full screen, and I'm going to hide this real quick. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I need to learn what presenter is. I don't honestly know what that is. Console is your view, said Napalm, and then Thindle said it's like MVC, only instead of navigating to a controller with the logic endpoint that selects the view, you navigate to a view that loads a presenter with the logic. Oh. Okay, so you all have listed out a ton of options, and I'm going to go through at least the 3 that were brought up, but does anybody have a favorite? Like, I really thought MVVM was like it in .NET, like that nobody else did anything other than that. So I'm really kind of super surprised that there's other options and that you all agree with the other options. Business logic layer and data access layer. MVVM is it in WPF and Xamarin, and probably Maui. See, that's my question. Where the frick does Maui go? Because I'm pretty sure, hang on, I'm going to share my screen one more time. I have to run and do some errands in a second, but I wanted to, this one, go back over to, I think this is a Maui app that I made. And it doesn't organize it, at least in the way that the Xamarin app does. So then I'm like, are you not MVVM? Is that not you? Let's open a different one that I know is for sure Maui. Maui to do. Yeah. Where's the solution? Open it, please. Don't save. Thank you. Thank you for asking. It's so kind of you. So far behind on water. Okay, so let's check it out. This for sure is a Maui app. We have our different platforms. We have our properties or resources. App icon found blah 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 is just resources, assets. And then you have, so I guess it's kind of like, was it Scott who said that you can organize it however you want? So maybe Maui does push you towards MVVM, but they don't organize it the same way that Xamarin does. Is potentially an option. Stop screen sharing. Who else said what? MVC is it on web. Okay, so Blazor. Does that mean that Blazor does MVC? Hang on, I'm gonna write this down real quick. So MVC web, and then I'm gonna say AKA Blazor question mark. Blazor. And then I'm writing down MVVM is it for, what did he say? WPF, I think is what he said. WPF. I know, I could just go look at the chat. Xamarin and Maui question mark. And then MVU and MVP I need to look into and find out more about those because black holes. MVM is used in these applications. Although Napalm says he doesn't know if he agrees. So there's actual .NET project type called MVC that encourages you to follow the MVC pattern. That's funny. I wonder if, like, if you go to create a new application in Visual Studio, if you'll see it, like if you'll see MVC or if it's just like an example online. I think they encourage you to go that way. Okay, well, cool. I'm really excited. What was said at the very end? I'm trying to catch up with all of your chats. MVP for standard server rendered. Oh my gosh. It's like so many more patterns than I thought. Amazing. I learned so much today though. Well, we did not get the binding working. That's okay. I am going to have an example next time. And probably primarily focus on, I probably want to have 4 different examples. One in MVVM, one in MVC, and each one of those in both a Xamarin Forms application and a Maui application. And that way I can see the data binding working, see the view, talking to the view model. And I honestly don't know how MVC is going to be different, but I'll learn that and make it in the demos. And that way I can just kind of have this like baseline of like architecture in .NET. Here's some of your options. And it might really be funny to like do an MVC app in maybe like Xamarin Forms just to like trigger people. Like, I don't know. I'm all about triggering people. But that's all I have for you today. You all are beautiful. MVC is not used in Maui or Xamarin Forms. Yet, Scott. Yet. Maybe. That should be our goal in life. Everyone's like, no, that should not be our goal in life. Oh, God. But I just got here. I'm sorry, Ethan. No, I'm sorry, love. Today's a short one. But I am going to screenshot, Scott, what you just said real quick so that I can paste it into my learning document. Oh, and thanks, Smoke. I just saw your link. I'm going to grab that one too. Thank you all so much for an amazing JavaScript girl in a .NET world. It's been fun. I'll be on next Tuesday and I'll have those examples prepped so that we can walk through them. And maybe I can even bring on someone that can like rage quit whenever we, someone who's like familiar with .NET enough to have opinions, because I literally have none. I have no opinions. Okay. That's all. Take care. Give some love to Married Geeks, and I'll see you all next Tuesday. Mwah.